QuadQuiz!
Brought to you by Math with Sir Lester. There are 3 questions for this video, and you are to answer them in 15 seconds each. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Given this equation in standard form, what are the correct coefficients? The correct answer: A equals 1, B equals -6, and C is 0. Now let's match the correct results if we are going to consider the roots of this given equation. First, what is the sum of the roots of this given equation? The sum of the roots is equal to 6. With the same options, what is now the product of the roots of this given equation? The correct answer is 0. Did you get 3 over 3? If not, please continue viewing this video. To determine the correct sum and product of the roots without even solving for the roots of this given quadratic equation, we need to start with the correct coefficients. The correct coefficients here are for A is 1, that's the numerical coefficient of your x squared. Your B coefficient is the numerical coefficient of your x, and it's -6, and your constant is equal to 0 since there's no constant in the given equation in standard form. Now these coefficients, again, even without solving for the roots, these coefficients will help us solve for the sum or product of the roots because we do have formulas for them. Let's start with the sum. The sum of the roots is computed as, let's say it's S is computed as -b over A. This is the shortcut for the sum of the roots. Now, we just need to plug in all the values here to get the sum of the roots. Now, as to why this formula is correct, there would be a separate video for that later. But let's plug in here the result. Take note that B, it's already negative, and B is also a negative value. So -6 all over A, which is 1. That would mean the sum of the roots for this quadratic equation without even solving for them is 6. This is the sum of the roots of this given equation. Now for the product, we also have a formula that will be using the coefficients given. The formula, let's label it with P, is computed as simply C over A, or the coefficient or the constant C divided by the coefficient A. So let's plug in the values. C is 0 and A is 1. Therefore, the product of our roots without even solving them is equal to 0. Again, as to why this formula is correct, there might be a separate video for that later. But regardless, without solving for the mentioned roots, this is how we solve the sum of the product of the roots for this QuadQuiz. Subscribe now